Happy weekend, everyone. It's a Saturday. Good morning. Welcome to this video devotional for February 15th, 2025. Topic is lift up your heads. Lift up your heads. Psalm 24 and verse 7. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, you everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. I'll read that again. Lift up your heads, O you gates, and be lifted up, you everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Psalm 24 and verse 7. The gates in Psalm 24 refer to the gates of Jerusalem, which are to be opened wide for the triumphant entry of the King of Glory. And I hope you know who the King of Glory is, Jesus Christ. The ultimate fulfillment of this will be at the moment of the second coming at the end of the tribulation, as written in the book of Revelation. Christ's feet will light upon the Mount of Olives. Reference is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 4. And Christ will enter Jerusalem through the eastern gate. Ezekiel chapter 44 and verse 2. That's the reference. There's a spiritual application to this. When many around us are slumped in despair, we who know of our Lord's return are lifting up our heads. All over the world, people are in despair, people are anxious, people are fearful, and a whole lot of things are happening. But for believers, there's a hope that is coming. In referring to the signs of his return, Jesus said, and I quote, "Now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near," unquote. That's from Luke chapter 21 and verse 28. Psalm 121 verse 1 says, and I quote, "I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help," unquote. That's King James Version. The world is in a bad shape. The world we live in is in a very bad shape. But the King of Glory is coming. Lift up your head, lift up your heart, lift up your eyes, lift up your spirit. Rejoice as you await his coming. Now, for so many people who will come across this video and they will say, when is he coming? When is he coming? When is he coming? Historically, if you studied history, he came the first time. They prophesied about his birth, death, and resurrection. And it all happened like 2025 years ago. He was nailed on the cross in Jerusalem. He was buried. And he himself said he would rise up after 3 days. He did that. And before leaving from his first coming, he said he's going to come back again, even though it has taken time, but I assure you he's coming. So if you're not yet a believer, this is like a wake-up call. I'm appealing to you. Nobody knows the date. Don't mind some men of God who are trying to say that he will come on this day or this year. Nobody knows the year, nobody knows the date. But all the signs that are happening in the world right now are pointing to the second coming of Christ. All the signs happening right now are pointing to rapture. So if you're not yet a believer, I plead with you, make Jesus the Lord of your life. And you can do that by simply asking him to come into your life. And you find a community of believers, find a good Bible-believing church, and become a member there and grow with other believers. And if you don't mind, you can DM me. I will make suggestions depending on where you are. If you're in Nigeria, I can make suggestions of some pastors and churches you can go to. If you're in Canada, if you're in Edmonton, if you're anywhere in Canada, I can also make suggestions of some churches. So enjoy your weekend. And take your spiritual life serious. Jesus will soon come. Thank you for joining me with GX74. And if this daily devotional is blessing you in any way, share it with other people. I love you guys. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.